What?
This is my project. It is the emergency procedures for First Baptist Church Preschool Department.
Marty.
Rebecca Brixey. I'm presenting it on March 14th, 2016. The problems that I identified were that the preschool department did not have a complete emergency procedure for every possible emergency. Some of these procedures will change with the new construction. The purpose of this is to make sure that in case of an emergency, there is some sort of organization and direction for the teachers and students to follow. These were my specific purposes. Create a list of possible emergencies, research and make sure they're all up to standards, and figure out a way to implement it and make a master binder for the front desk. I used questionnaires and online research to make these procedures. One of my questionnaires was to local preschools. I asked several preschools, only 3 answered me. They were the Little Church, Pediatrics Plus, and Friendship. And I asked them what kind of emergencies they're prepared for, how do they contact parents, and do they have a way to contact all the parents at one time. The other questions I asked them were, do they have an emergency supply of food and water? What do they do in case of an Arkansas Nuclear 1 incident? And how do they handle pickup during an emergency situation? Most of them they're all prepared for fire, tornado, nuclear/chemical, and other natural disasters. There were a couple that had a shooter or violent situation and utility outage, and then only one prepared for a bomb threat, medical emergency, or an evacuation to another local facility. I also asked FEMA some questions. They never answered me, so I went on their website, and their website just said to be prepared for any disasters, natural or man-made. I looked up the basic disaster supply kit, and this was basically what they had there, and that is the link to that. I also asked the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management, ADEM, some questions, and asked them what the preschool department should be prepared for. They said all possible emergencies. They said that there should be an emergency supply of water. They didn't specify what, they just said yes. And they sent me to the health department about what to do in case of an Arkansas Nuclear 1 incident, and they just said to follow what the booklet says. The possible emergencies that I identified were tornado, fire, flood, medical, active shooter, kidnapping, and an Arkansas Nuclear 1 incident, and utility outage. Some of them have some part of a plan. The ones that have partial plans or complete plans are tornado, fire, flooding, medical, kidnapping, active shooter. So my action plan is create a procedure for each emergency, figure out what needs to be changed, who will be affected, a schedule for the changes, and identify how much it will cost, if it is feasible, and if it's really urgent. For the fire procedure, it would be evacuate all the rooms to the south side of the west building. It's the closed off part of 2nd Street. Teachers in the babies' rooms, we put them in an evacuation crib or carry them if they don't fit. Toddlers will all hold onto their soft walking ropes that are in each room. They will hold their signs for their class so that parents can find them, and keep them together using games and such. Keep them calm till their parents come. There's a map of the west building. There's to the south side of the building. Here is the east building. And I'll go out that door. For a tornado, identify the safe rooms and have a route to each safe room. They will have access to emergency supplies while they're in the safe room, such as food and flashlights and such. The department will be totally locked down, no one in or out until the warning is over. These are the safe rooms in the West building, and these are the rooms that will go to these safe rooms. The red arrows. These are for the East building, the safe rooms, church offices. For flooding, they will just figure out what rooms are flooded, move the children to non-flooded rooms, put a sign on the door so that when the parents come pick them up, they know where their kids are, and then call director of facilities, tell them about it. In a nuclear one incident, we'll bring everyone inside, call the parents, and keep the children calm since they can't transport children off of the campus. The pickup will be the same as any other pickup. Show their sticker, get their child. For medical emergency, the first thing that will be done is they will contact whoever's at the front desk and Ms. Darlene. And the location of the AEDs is in the Great Hall, in the West building across from preschool desk, and at the end of the missions hall in the East building. First aid kits are at the front desk and in the resource room at the back hall. There are CPR and choking posters in every room. And a list of doctors and nurses is at the front desk. For kidnapping, the preschool department will be locked down, no one in or out. Security guards and authorities will be called. Parents will not be allowed to pick up their children at all until it is resolved. An active shooter, once again, it's locked down. Every room will be locked from the outside. Teachers will get their wasp spray from their drawer, and in the front desk they will use if the shooter enters their room. Security guards and authorities are called. No children can be picked up until it is resolved. In an outage, they'll call the parents, tell them what's happening, whether it's from the weather or something happens to the building. The proper utility companies or authorities will be called. They'll feed the kids the food that doesn't require refrigeration or electricity, which is Kix cereal, Jello cups, applesauce cups, vanilla Oreos, formula for babies, bottled water. They'll play games, read books, keep the kids calm until the parents can come. Alright, the emergency supply list for the preschool department. This is based on FEMA's 3 days of emergency food and water supplies. Non-perishable food, you need to keep allergies in mind because there's a lot of allergies. The food that we discovered that would fit all the kids was Kix cereal, Jello cups, preferably non-red. Plain applesauce cups, vanilla Oreos. The bottled water that is required for roughly 175 students and teachers would be 100 cases of 40 bottles each of the 16.9 ounce bottles. Comes up to 525 gallons of water for 3 days. Diapers in multiple sizes, formula for the babies, and bottles to feed them the formula. One of the Infamil 21.5 ounce cans will feed 6 babies for 1 day. Bottles, flashlights, hand crank ones are a good idea, and batteries for the flashlights that don't have a hand crank. There will be a master binder put at the front desk with all of the emergency procedures, all the contact information, the maps, all the allergies, everything. The staff members who are affected: Darlene Jernigan, Darren Richardson, everyone who is a paid worker or a volunteer in the preschool department. The changes that would need to be made to the facility are the storing, purchasing of the supplies, and when the new construction is completed, some of these things will change. And now the part you go in, the cost. This is based on 3 days worth of stuff. There's the cost of the paper and ink, which is not that much. Cost of printing and laminating the class signs, again, not much. And then the 3 days of emergency food, water, and supplies as recommended by FEMA. Non-perishable food case is $3.50 a box. There are 17 1¼ cup servings in one box of cereal. The Jell-O cups are $2.60 for a 6-pack. The applesauce cups are $2.50 for a 6-pack. Vanilla Oreos are $3.69 for a package. There's 16 servings in a package. I believe those servings are $2.50 each. FEMA suggests 1 gallon of water per person per day for 3 days. It's $4 for each 40-count case of 16.9-ounce bottles. You would need 525 gallons of water for roughly 175 people. The diapers, which are $20 a box, the number of diapers varies depending on which size. Spread the sizes out through the rooms so you have enough pull-ups for the older kids who are potty trained but might forget when they're scared. Formula, you would need, well, it's $26 a can for the 21-ounce cans of Infamil, which would feed 6 babies for 1 day. And then baby bottles. The wasp spray is $3 to $3.50 a can, depending on where you get it. Flashlights are about $2.98. Batteries on Amazon, they're $32.69 for 100 AA batteries. In the toddler rooms, you would need about 3 boxes of Kix, which is $10.50, 6 packages of Jell-O with 6 of each pack, which is $15.60. 6 of the applesauce 6-pack is $15. 2 packages of Oreos, $7.38 for that, and roughly 2.5 cases of water, which is about $10. 2 boxes of diapers or pull-ups, depending on the age, that's about $40. Wasp spray, $3.50. Hand crank flashlights, $2.98. 6 extra batteries for the non-crank flashlights is $5.50. So per toddler room, it's $109.96. For all the toddler rooms, it's $1,099.60. And for each baby rooms, in the toddler rooms, it's 10 to 12 children, I'm guessing. And in the baby rooms, it's 6 to 8 children. And there's 4 of those. 3 boxes of Kix, $10.50. 6 packs of the 6 packs of applesauce, $15. 2.5 cases of water, $10. 3 containers of formula, $78. 2 boxes of diapers is $40. Wasp spray, $3.50. Flashlight, $2.98. 6 extra batteries, $5.50. Cost per baby room is $165.48. For all 4 baby rooms, it's $661.92. Total cost for the whole department is $1,761.52 to stock each room with 3 days worth of supplies. The schedule for implementing these is, since the preschool department is so busy from now until VBS in June, it probably would not happen until after June. The printing of all the maps, the procedures and all that will be relatively fast. Laminating the signs for each classroom is relatively fast. The one that would take the most time is making a shopping list and buying all the supplies. Is it feasible? It's reasonably feasible. The only thing is the cost of acquisition and storage of all those supplies. Urgency can be considered somewhat urgent because any of these emergencies can happen at any time. The future research that would need to be done is looking at the best prices for the supplies and how these would change based on the new construction. Yay!